and I want to give my 2 cents, and I want to give it directly. I was Muslim for more than half of my life. I was raised and brought up in a Muslim household. But wait, I'm going to come back to this story. But first and foremost, I want all of us to look at what the Quran says about Christians and non-Muslims. That includes who is not a Muslim, Christian, pagan, whoever you are. Join me. In Quran 47:4, it says, and I read, "Do not hanker for peace with the infidels." Who are the infidels? Me and you. "Behead them when you catch them, for this is what is written in the Quran." You can go and you can search it on Google if you like. Quran 9:123. "Fight the unbelievers who gird you about, and let them find firmness in you, and know that Allah is with those who fear Him. Shakir, all you who believed, fight those of the unbelievers who are near to you, and let them find you in hardness, and know that Allah is with those who guard against evil." I'm going to read Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:33. Surah Al-Ma'idah chapter 5 verse 33. "Indeed, the penalty for those who wage war against Allah and His messenger and spread mischief in the land is death, crucifixion." Whoa, I told you guys you're gonna see this coming. When you talk about crucifixion, who are they talking about here? Is it not the Christians? I'm gonna continue. "Cutting off their hands and feet on opposite sides, or exile from the land. This penalty is a disgrace for them in this world, and they will suffer a tremendous punishment in the hereafter." I'm going to read 4. Surah Muhammad, which also known as Al-Kitab. I'm going to read verse 4. "So when you meet in fights of jihad in Allah's cause, those who disbelieve, smite them at their necks till when you have killed and wounded many of them. Then bind a bond firmly on them and take them as captives." Oh, this is not me saying this. This is what the Quran says. Surah Muhammad ayat 4. "So when you meet those who disbelieve in battle, strike their necks until when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, then secure their bonds, and either confer favor afterwards or ransom until the war lays down its burdens. That is the command. And if Allah had willed, He could have taken vengeance upon them Himself. Listen, but He ordered armed struggle to test some of you by means of others, and those who are killed in the cause of Allah will never be waste their deeds. Never will He waste their deeds. I'm going to read Surah Al-Taba chapter 9:5. "But once the sacred months have passed, kill the polytheists who violated their treaties wherever you find them. Capture them, besiege them, and lie in wait for them on every way. But if they repent, perform prayers, and pay arm tax, then set them free." I want to ask, repent from what exactly? Repent and be Muslims. Indeed, Allah is all forgiving, all merciful. I'm going to go to the next one. Quran 4:89, and I'm going to read, "They wish that you would disbelieve as they have disbelieved, so that you may be equal. Therefore, take not from among them allies, until they immigrate in the way of Allah. But if they turn away, seize them and kill them wherever you find them." Surah Al-Imran ayat 151. "We will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve, for what they have associated with Allah, of which He had not sent down any authority, and their refuge will be the fire, and wretched is the residence of the wrongdoers." Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 191. and kill them wherever you overtake them, and expel them from wherever they have expelled you. And fitna is worse than killing. And do not fight them at Al-Masjid Al-Haram until they fight you there. But if they fight you, then kill them. Such is the recompense of the disbelievers. Oh ho ho, this is getting more interesting. Quran 7:4. And how many a town that we destroyed, so our punishment come to it by night, or while they slept at midday. Quran 7:3. Follow what has been revealed to you from your Lord, and do not follow guidance beside him. How little do you mind? Now I want to read something. In Sahih Bukhari 51:33, it is a hadith. It is stated that one of the Prophet's wife, Aisha, he married her when she was 6 and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Yes, that's pedophilia right here. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's pedophilia. In Quran 33:53, there were specific etiquettes for visiting the Prophet's home. One of those etiquettes instructs the believers in Islam to not enter the Prophet's home without permission, to arrive for a meal when invited, to leave promptly after eating, and to speak to his wives from behind a barrier. Do you also know in the Quran too, Allah commands a man to beat his wife? Oh, I'm gonna attach there right now so you can see it for Facebook violation's sake. I'm gonna put the surah up there. Now you see, they don't care about you. They don't. If you're a Christian and you think that these people care about you, they don't. You can see what is being written in their Quran about you. Now tell me, compare it with the gospel. Compare it to the messages of Jesus Christ. Compare it to the lineage of the church. Is there anywhere in the scriptures since Christ came, and even before Christ, where such command was given? You do the comparison. I'm not going to do that for you. You do the comparison. There is Christian genocide going on in Nigeria. And a lot of you here sit down and say, oh, there is no genocide. But let me tell you that it's because you're not in the north. I've had friends all over the years who have escaped from Jos, Benue State, Taraba, so many parts of the north, running away from these terrorists and headsmen. And let me tell you why they were running away. Because they were Christians. So during this crisis over the years, Christians from the north have been running to the south. Some of them who can't even afford a place in the south have come into the church. Many of the churches who own missionary organizations have been the one housing these people. And you stand there and you say there is no Christian genocide. I don't want to base on what you're saying. I'm not going to take what you're saying or what anyone is saying about this matter lightly. I'm going to forgive every single one of you out there. But the Christian that I am, and someone who's been in that shoe before, there is Christian genocide. And these guys are not joking. You've read it in their Quran. You've seen it up there. You've seen all the passages. They are not here to play with you. So when you say there is no Christian genocide, with all that's been happening all these years, since the early 2000s up till now, can you imagine and remember how many times Khan has spoken about this in the papers and nothing has been done? And now, recently Donald Trump has just said that if Nigeria does not take any action against this Islamic terrorists, they are gonna be forced to send troops on Nigerian soil. And then you have people coming in and saying, oh, Donald Trump is doing this, Donald Trump is doing that, he wants to invade an independent country. Look, I want to say something. If the Nigerian government had been sincere to themselves and tackled this and not let their dirty linen be spread in public, I don't think there would have been any need for any of this. The Nigerian government brought this upon themselves. Imagine the Sultan of Sokoto saying that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. But I'm not surprised. But you know why I'm not surprised? I'm going to tell you why. Because it's Muslim. And for every single Muslim out there, whether the person wants to believe it or wants to play by the rules of the Quran or not, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, it's not only Christians, it's not a genocide. It's an issue of both religions. Muslims are being killed, Christians are being killed. Fine, Christians are being killed. Okay, what's the problem with that? Good. How about the Muslims? Why not just allow the security agencies to handle what's going on? Why only say and publicize that there is no Christian genocide but Muslims are being affected? If Muslims are also being affected and they're not humans too, why not still allow the government to do this job? Why not still allow the security agencies to do the job? But you see, as a former Muslim, I'm not surprised, and I'll tell you why. When I was a Muslim and I decided and I saw for myself what the Quran said about a lot of things, and I decided with myself, that I wasn't going to be Muslim any longer, that I was going to be Christian. My father, my biological father, wanted to kill me for being a Christian. I ran away from home because of my safety. I feared for my safety. He went and told the Muslim community said, no, it's not going to happen. My father said he was going to kill me because it is better I die a Muslim than reject Allah. So I was a fugitive in my own state, running from place to place because I was afraid that my father was going to kill me for being Christian. He made several moves to do it. He threatened me severally. He said he was going to take me out and nobody was going to know about it. It was a really, really tough time for me, but I thank God for Jesus. I stood by my faith and he's been speaking for me for years now. So for most of you who don't know, majority of Christian converts who were Muslims that are now Christians in the north are suffering the same persecution. The church is heavily persecuted in the north. A lot of people are being displaced. So when these Muslims realize what Islam really is, and they give their life to Christ, certain missionary organizations have to go pick those people out and safeguard them. You know why? Because they are going to be killed. I've had friends like this. I know a lot of missionary organizations personally that have done this. One of them is Faith Missionary Commission. The other is Go International. They have been protecting Christian converts in the north for a long time. They've been doing a great job. You all don't know. So when you sit out there and you say, oh, there is no Christian genocide, it hurts. It hurts me so deep because I know. I've seen it. I've seen the killings. You only say this if you're not living in the north. But if you're in the heart of the north, and you know what Christians are going through in the north, you wouldn't be saying this. And for those of you out there that say, oh, it's not a religious thing, it's terrorism. It's terrorism, then why not allow the security agencies to fight this terrorism, regardless of whether it's Muslims they're killing? Suppose it's Muslims they're killing and they're also killing Christians. Why not allow them to do their job? Why are you making it sound all political? Oh, now you're all saying, oh, Nigeria has oil and that's what America wants. Nigeria has had oil for decades. Nigeria has had access, full control of their resources from the 1960 time of independence. How far? How far have we gone? We want to be a sovereign country, but it's not working. A lot is going on wrong. The government is not being responsible. Nigeria has one of the most irresponsible government policies. Irresponsible government. I'm not pointing fingers on certain people. I'm not going to point fingers on certain people. But I'm going to say that they are very, very responsible. If the Nigerian government had been very, very responsible and have cared for the citizens, whether they be Muslim, whether they be Christians, I think this whole thing would have ended. But no. And I don't blame the security agencies too. I don't blame the Nigerian military. Because they are taking orders from the government, is what the government says. So the government has been so careless about this. If they had done the right thing and they had battled, I don't think this would be out. I do not think we would be in this situation. And you all know what's been going on recently about America. Since the killing of Charlie Kirk, there's been a great awakening in America. The American government has turned completely on the side of Christians. The American government, Trump himself, has confessed Christ severally. America has now become is now becoming a country of values. They are restoring back their values. Sanity is coming back to America. America is coming back. A lot of revival has happened since the death of Charlie Kirk. A lot has happened. So if America is coming to say, we want to defend the Christians in Nigeria, we want to defend the Christians, the persecuted Christians in several parts of the world, let them do it. Speaking for the church and speaking as a member of the church and as a Christian, I support this whole happening. Fear not. I support this whole happening. If they are going to come in and combat terrorists, good for us. Because Nigeria is not going to get better anytime sooner. If with the way the government is going, with the way the government is being too careless, we're going to need external help. Because we have seen Nigerian government try to do this on their own for several years and it's not working. Instead, they keep on pointing fingers at each other. Imagine Tinubu, President Tinubu, pointing hands, pointing fingers to former President Goodluck Jonathan. Instead of addressing the situation as the current president of Nigeria, he's going to point fingers at the past president of Nigeria. Are you not the sitting president? It's not your job to address the issue. We all know, every single soul watching this video, we know Nigeria cannot be this alone. So if America wants to step in, good and fine, perfect. Let them step in. And this is a sort of warning. It's not a sort of, it is a warning to Nigeria. It is, how will I put it, a sort of the awakening. It's a rude awakening to the Nigerian government. I love how Trump is putting fire. He said, if the Nigerian government doesn't do anything about it, he didn't say, we are going to invade Nigeria. He said, if the Nigerian government, you guys don't listen well, if the Nigerian government doesn't do anything about it. So, this is saying that they are giving the Nigerian government a chance to be responsible. Please, citizens of Nigeria, allow this thing to happen. It is good that it's happening. So Nigerian government can be more responsible. They can sit up. Nigeria is a beautiful country. Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria is a peaceful country. But certain people in a certain type of religion who are extremists have taken things too far and they want to eradicate a certain set of people. And you're saying it's cool. No, the church has been persecuted for ages, since the beginning of time. But now, if there are Christians who want to come up, or people in high places that God has placed, like Donald Trump, to say there should be an end to this, please let them do it. Most of you speaking and saying there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. Most of you sounding this thing over and over. Most of you cannot even travel to the north. Some of you avoided going to serve your NYSC service in the northern parts of Nigeria. Some of you complaining, refuse to go and serve, go to NYC camps located in the northern part of Nigeria. Yet you stand there and say there's no Christian genocide. There is no killings going on. You all are aware. You all know, but you pretend like you don't know. Good and fine. Perfect. Even if America will not step foot in this country, but this statement made by Donald Trump for the past few days is going to reawaken the government. It's going to make the Nigerian government sit up because it is a disgrace that such killing will be happening in the nation for the past 20-something years or more, and the government is not doing anything about it. And you have some of these people pointing fingers to America. Oh, it's America causing the problem. Oh, it's America doing this. Oh, it's America that put them there in the first place. You have to take responsibility. It is time for Nigerians to take responsibility. Stop blaming other countries for interfering with your country. Take care of the country. Take care of your country. I'm hearing China is backing Nigeria. China is backing Nigeria as how? Why? You're talking about China. How free is the practice of other religions in China? How free? What is the liberty that China gives to other religions apart from their traditional religion? How many Christians, how many churches in China worship freely without interference from the Chinese government? How many? Do your research. China is not a Christian country. It's not. And it's not also favorable to Christians. So if this is going to serve as a sort of awakening, it should. I like the move. I like that God is raising men to put fire under the seats of our comfortable leaders who have done us so much harm in the disguise of being good. Sometimes when God talks to you and God warns you, and God gives you a chance, and you say, no, you don't want to take that chance, He's going to find a way. He's going to raise men. He's going to raise men against you. So please, whatever that they want to do, Nigerians are not the problem. I'm not the problem. You're not the problem, and you know what the first not the problem is the government. Let the American government fight. Let the American government deal with the Nigerian government. Let them sort themselves out. Let the Nigerian government sit up. They need to sit up and make sure that these things have been addressed. Nigeria has some good leaders, but the voices of these good leaders are being silenced by the evil ones, by the ones who are moving for gain.